Okay, so let's go straight into the preview of the big match happening on Monday, our time, GMT +8, which is Manchester City hosting Manchester United at Etihad, the Manchester Derby.
Will Manchester United stop Manchester City's, how many games winning streak?
Then again, they are on a 20-game unbeaten streak.
21.
21.
So
You have your own record
Unbeaten. Yeah. Whereas Manchester City is on a winning streak. So different. Yeah.
So how confident are you?
I mean, from the past results.
Just say.
No. I am confident. Yes, I am confident. But the thing is, this game may well be a draw game because it seems like both managers will go hard at each other, and
It seems like Manchester United is specialized in drawing games.
Yeah, exactly. We are consistently bottling it because there were so many opportunities for us to win, and it's really a surprise that even given our draws, we're still second place. So it blows my mind mathematically how that is possible by just
It's
getting.
possible because Arsenal help you.
Okay, and other teams.
You like to help other team, huh?
So now you pride yourself as the Robin
team
Hood
of giving.
We tried to
Team of
Last
giving.
season it was us. It was us. Yeah,
Not
we
bad.
take from the top 6 then give to the smaller team.
It's been a while. Robin
So
Fantasy.
I mean, this season is obviously special because everyone's in a topsy-turvy season, and of course, even right now in the top 5, the points gap is not that crazy. The points gap only gets crazy at the top. Everybody else is like within few points of each other.
Really rich lah.
And that's basically it. Like the whole title race is, to me it's officially over. I mean it is City's for losing, and this game is just one more avenue for us to just stop them in the tracks because
Make it slower lah.
make it slower because they are running away with it anyways, and kindly enough their next few fixtures are not that crazy for them. They can handle their next few fixtures, and by the time it's 30th game, that's it. I mean, there's no more competition already. Okay, it's 27 games now. Once it's 30 games, you're just playing consolation for the next 8 because by then your points are wrapped up.
Okay, but do you think that with Pogba being injured, and then this unhappiness with some players in the team, it's kind of affecting your team?
Okay, just in case, in context, when Mohamed was saying unhappiness, just now we were talking about this when I met him before reaching here. It seems that Maguire was unhappy with Rashford for one moment of the match, and then he actually shouted at Rashford, but Rashford shouted back. Rashford actually retaliated.
You don't deserve to be captain, he said.
No. But it's similar. It's like saying that you knockhead. Shut up, you.
Yeah, I mean.
So let's unrest.
Wait, I mean, isn't this common at workplace? I mean, there are some kind of demands that
definitely.
Teammates expect of each other.
Yeah.
And of course, yesterday's game against Crystal Palace was not an easy game. Because it never is at Selhurst Park.
True.
And then of course, United has the misfortune of playing in a heavily fogged night. Plus, we were wearing the wrong choice of kit. United fans will know this. Whoever watched the game, we were just giving away all haywire passes because the fog was intense and we were wearing white. So it was. I don't know. I was thinking maybe halftime they will change kit. I don't know.
Or wear vest, right?
I mean, there is a possibility because I know there were times where we have worn grey before, and has affected visibility in the game, and they have history of changing it at second half.
Okay.
So that has happened before. So I thought this would be a case of that, but ended up like.
Alex Ferguson got changed jersey for halftime because the jersey was
grey.
unlucky,
Grey. No, they were wearing grey.
Oh, is it? I thought it was
also
like unlucky.
Something.
They changed the jersey, but they didn't change the result.
That I don't know. That I don't know.
But I thought it would be advantageous for you guys because why?
Cannot see.
You all cannot see. Camouflage.
man.
Problem for Crystal Palace actually.
By right, it should be like that, right?
I mean,
but you cannot see your teammates is worse lah.
No, the thing is, Crystal Palace came with a game plan because obviously they've been on not a such a great run, and their only mission yesterday was to stop us by any means.
Correct.
And it was intensely fought. And the thing about Crystal Palace is that they know how to win back the ball, but at the same time, because they were missing the likes of Saha, there was no penetration. So they also didn't have so much attempts on the goal. So basically the ball the ball was played in the middle. And that's why I think like our definitive factor would have been if we had the likes of Pogba spraying nice balls.
Correct.
And basically we had two holding midfielders with Bruno. So that wasn't even giving us any chance in attack. So that was poorly timed, this whole injury crisis that we have. And I mean, I just hope for a result against City. And
I was also thinking about the incident with Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford. Harry Maguire is not having a good time at Manchester United right now. So because of his lack of leadership or lack of skills, I
he lacks a lot of things actually.
He lacks a lot of things lah. So
Not money though.
No money, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you know, I've always wondered why they never give the captain's armband to Bruno Fernandes instead, and why you keep giving it to Harry Maguire. Even though he's playing, he's on the back line and all that. So, but he's not much of a leader, and his presence on the field is not much there. I've seen him play a couple times. I'm like, why are you even here? So I don't get why Ole is always giving it to him and not Bruno.
I have that same sentiments, but I think the whole understanding or the mindset of Ole is he's trying to, because so I know this in a deeper level because I actually listened to a podcast that Ole were given to this particular podcast called High Performance. And in that podcast, he was saying that his managerial style is to actually build a lot of leaders in the team. And the thing about, of course, for us, Bruno Fernandes is the obvious choice, right? But I think what he's going for is that Bruno Fernandes, whether you give him the armband or not, he's going to bark orders anyways. There's no stopping this guy, right? With the armband or not, he's still going to bark his orders around. And the thing about Maguire, I feel he's there is sort of to equalize. He's the equalizer in that sense. Because, you know, when the team gets heated up, like yesterday, when, of course, it's because of frustration. Because the team was not able to penetrate this Crystal Palace team. And then, of course, the weather, the visibility, and so much going against us. And we desperately needed a result. And, of course, frustration will build on for any team, for that matter. And of course, these are highly paid professionals. They expect a certain caliber and expectation of each other. So I don't see any problem in that. I wouldn't necessarily classify it as unhappiness. Because this is expected, and I'm happy that they're doing it because that means they have the fire. You know,
they're still passionate
about trying to push each other up and all that. I mean, the most disgusting thing then would be if they fight. That is one level different, right? If they fight and show physical confrontation. But if it's verbal and it's just edging each other off, I think that's fine.
But even if fight also is okay. Punch during training also is okay.
I mean,
okay.
You see, it happens, right? It happens.
It
happens. And can we say this kind of thing only happens in a football pitch? No, it happens in the common workplace too.
Definitely.
Because the expectation of each teammate is
because winners have that drive.
Exactly. And I mean,
just defending him because your team also same, right? On that side, when Hendo barks at people just keep quiet, okay?
So I mean, I mean that is fine. I mean that is fine if one leader and Bucks, like he's the alpha male, for example.
Yep.
That's fine, but I feel like there is a need for a equalizer anyways in the team, and Harry Maguire playing the centre back.
Yeah.
He's right at the back, and maybe he's got a commanding presence in terms of like barking orders from the back. I don't know.
Really?
I mean,
for now, let's just take it at United.
Yeah.
The band is actually a V. Captain armband.
Oh, vice captain.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
Who's your vice captain?
Bruno lah.
Bruno. Oh, so
There's
kita balik lah.
There's no.
So it's actually the other way around.
There's no. The thing is, like, Maguire. I mean, I beg to differ about him not having a good season. I think he stepped up in recent games. Actually, first of all, we are grinding results, even though we're not winning. But we these are the games that we lost last season. We technically will lose all these games. Like Crystal Palace, we will lose this game, and we're not now doing that. We are at least going and trying our best. So I beg to differ that he's having a bad season. He's actually stepped up. At least in the past few games, he has stepped out. Yeah. It's just that a lot is expected of him because of that damn armband.
Technically, Maguire's partnership with Lindelof is better than the current defense partnership for Liverpool now.
Okay, which defense partnership? Because we got 18 already.
Anyone
of them, huh? Yeah. True.
18 partnerships.
We have 18 partnerships already. The whole season, 27 games split. We already have 18 different partners in defense. So
okay.
So at least yours
but
is
it's not a crisis,
consistent.
I mean the thing whole hoo-ha about being consistency, I think United has to learn from that, because clearly we are not, and the manager obviously strives to achieve consistency, which is something that we're not able to give the manager. In all the departments, you should have quality reinforcements. I think as long as you have that, it's great. I mean, example, look at them.
Yeah. I was just saying.
Example, look at City, because they lose De Bruyne, doesn't matter, because they have other players who are almost at De Bruyne level. If De Bruyne is just 90, they are like 85s. They are there. So that is the thing that we also lack, because we don't have that. Because if Pogba is out, that's it. If Bruno is out, worse. I couldn't imagine that nightmare. But if he's out, touch wood, that's it. Game over for us. So it is about consistency and of course quality reinforcement.
Quality means money lah.
Which of course our lovely neighbours have plenty. And that's basically what the whole story is. Money is now showing.
But then again, money doesn't mean anything. Look at Chelsea. They have so much money, but if the team doesn't gel, doesn't mean anything.
But I think the guy's name Tuchel, he's doing okay.
Now at the moment, yes, he at least managed.
He's doing okay. He's managed.
Hasn't lost yet.
Hasn't lost yet. And he's doing fine. And I think his approach is very different from Frank Lampard. You can see actually in the players, the way he chooses players, which is quite different from how Frank Lampard does his work. So yeah, like you said, Chelsea, but then like you said, having backups and stuff like that, something that is painful for Liverpool, because when Van Dijk got injured, his replacement also got injured, and the guy after that also injured.
The midfield go into defense, also injured.
So I don't know, because I think I feel personally, because Liverpool is in that predicament, because I think when you guys won last year, right, you became targets, right? Yeah. So everybody started gunning for your defense,
especially by Pickford. Pickford target you guys. Talking about Manchester United,
I don't know whether he's a Pickford fan or hater, because I cannot.
I'm just trying to get reaction from him.
I'm an opportunist. I'm an opportunist.
Okay.
Because he knows now I don't like Everton already. I used to be
no, you're supposed to not like Everton anyways.
That's the thing. No, I said before, because Everton and Liverpool, although they are town rivals, right? They are Merseyside rivals. In Asia or in other places, we don't really feel until that kind of rivalry. Yes, we feel like rivals, but not that level lah. But now it gets a bit personal already, because he spoils our season. So now I'm really irritated. Yes.
And some more you know people like Shashi Kumar who supports Everton
Yeah, he does, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah,
He's reveling it out. He's reveling it out. He's reveling it out.
Anyway, I want to go back to Manchester United. The last two matches, it was against Chelsea. There was a controversial handball and penalty not given, right? And they showed the picture, right?
Yep.
It seems like a handball to me, but I didn't watch the game. I
It
only
is
saw the photo.
it is definitely a handball.
And there was a controversy that saying that because of Klopp. It comes down to blaming Liverpool again, right? Because of Klopp saying about referees and all that, you guys didn't get the penalty.
I mean, if you've seen, especially, okay, let's talk about referees. Okay, let's talk about referees.
Ouch. Okay.
He didn't want to talk about referees.
How many referees you want to
Now,
ban?
In the past 5 to 6 games, don't talk about United, don't talk about Liverpool, talk about other teams who are all affected by referees, because first of all, VAR, we shall not even dive there, because it is something that is there but not there, and then supposed to do something but not doing it, and then of course referees who ultimately have the final say, but then they don't act as they have the final say. They still go to the damn monitor trying to find something, and like in this case for the handball, he went to the monitor. He saw that freeze frame, the thing is like that, the ball is on the hand, no, nothing given. So, and then of course the whole thing about being unnatural position, whether it's all that. So, it's no consistency again, plus the comment made by the manager about, like past talk about managers talking about United especially all the time, and then referees get the impression. So, the whole, it is an idea, as in it does exist. Subliminal messaging.
The seed is planted.
Yeah, exactly. So subliminal messaging exists, and anybody and everybody are influenced by anything. So it may have been conditioned on referees' minds, and then when it comes to that being on that spot, of course, man in the middle, he's got a lot of pressure, a lot of things to uphold, and of course his dignity as a referee. And then of course there was a VAR check, and then he has to overrule or side with it, and then so many pressures. So I don't necessarily blame or pinpoint the referee, but of course now the referee role now is a very tough job, and coming back to that, Rooney just made a comment about it. We should just go away with VAR, because let's just accept that part and parcel offside goals will happen. Back to simpler times where we enjoyed football, we will bicker about it the next day, like, oh, they scored an unfair goal or whatsoever, offside goal or handball or whatever crap. But at least it was enjoyable times, and I think that is where
Sepp Blatter was right.
But
Sepp Blatter was saying that all this technology spoils football.
Because you keep it simple, right? Then that's the game, right? Like, you rely on VAR to disprove or prove something. It kind of spoils the momentum also.
Wait, you're saying that
it's the goal,
just forgo VAR.
I'm not fan of VAR actually. It's just a bit ridiculous. It should be in the spur of the moment decision there and then. Like how the game should be. It should flow. When you stop and then do this and like what?
You see, at that time when VAR was introduced, it was introduced for a purpose. But the thing is, now it's not working as intended. So that is the problem. If it's working as intended, who's complaining? Nobody's complaining.
I'm not complaining.
I complained last time, but you're never here. Now I complain.
It's not a practical way to run the game. I just think it's ridiculous at this point in time. Because I think at some points it's like it's clear cut, but you still don't follow what was being seen. So it's like, what's the point of the VAR in the first place? Right? And then you spoil the game. The bottom line is that you spoil the game. You have all these checks and whatever is fine, but the final say has to be the man in the middle of the pitch. That's it. Not another guy in a room looking at the goal again. Like, this is.
You see, the problem is, there is a VAR, so the company draws the lines and all that kind of thing, and then they are being managed by a assistant referee.
Correct.
Back in the wherever they are, and then so you got two referees, right? One is a video referee, and then one is
The pitch referee.
so there's two consensus going into a decision, and then of course the guy who has the most pressure has to take the gun.
Yep.
And you see that's the thing. It can become a world debated, issue, right?
Yeah.
And I guess not many of the referees can take that kind of pressure.
Yeah, but it also gives leeway to a mistake, no? You know, if the VAR guy see in, the thing about visual cues or visual confirmations, right? It's also a matter of perspective.
Yep.
Yeah, so you give a leeway for doubt. So if you're on the pitch, right, this is what I saw, and then the guy on the room is like, this is what I saw, and then like, okay, if he starts, there's no correlation, right? It's like, why do you say that he did this thing, right? So, but how do you find that common ground that the decision is right? Because in the end, the person on the pitch is the referee pitch, not the guy on in the room.
Yep.
So, like I said, VR, it just spoils the game in general to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that VR don't spoil the Manchester derby.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
I
We
hope
wouldn't be
it does.
surprised.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
I hope that then we
There's
can talk
more
some more.
drama. Yes, we
Yeah.
can talk some more. There's more drama.
It will.
As long as it's not a draw, it's okay.
Yeah.
Quick.
I don't.
Prediction.
Even with VR helping or not helping them, I don't think Manchester United will be strong enough for City. So I think it's a City win.
United win.
Wow. I actually want to draw.
I will take a draw, but
actually want a
obviously
draw.
I would want my team to gun for.
Yeah, I'll take a draw. Yeah.
I'll agree with you. I'll give a draw.
3-1, guys. 3-1.